Hello YouTubers, BuckRun11 here. Today's project, which will probably be more than today because it's already Sunday at 4 o'clock. Bunch of running around to do and nothing seems to be working out too well for me today. But my project is I don't have enough light at my mill. So I bought one of these lights, the swing arm. It's just like these. I got them all along the wall here. I really like those lights. But I want to make a bracket to come out away from the wall for the light to sit on. So let me get up close here to my book and we'll take a look and see what I'm doing. Okay, here you can see my little book of drawings. I was looking at Tom Lipton's from Ox Tool Co.'s blog, and he suggested having a little book of all the different projects you're doing and detailed drawings. So I went and bought a couple of these books. I glued different decimal equivalent and metric equivalent and just something that I could, so they're right here with the book and I can look them up real quick. And anyway, let me find where I was at. I'm building a bracket arm for my mill. And if you see here, this is a piece of 1-inch square tubing with holes drilled in it and then the ends rounded off. And this is a bracket to mount to the wall. It has a stud coming out and then a round here with a hole drilled through it so that I can put a bolt through here and there, and then that arm will swing. And on the other end, I'll have it drilled so the base of that light can go in it, and then I can swing this out of the way, plus move the light around. So that's what I'm trying to do. I've rounded off one end of my 1-inch square tubing, and now I'm going to do the other end. I just wanted to see how well it would work. I'm probably going to have to turn it 90 degrees and do some cutting on the sides of it to make more room for this 3/4 inch round to set in there and actually have room to turn. But let's go over there and round off that end. I'll show you how I did that. I saw Tom Lipton do a video on it a while back, how to do this. My setup isn't quite as solid and nice as his, but it's getting the job done. So let's go take a look at it. Okay, here we are. I got this great big heavy block of steel. I drilled a 1/4 inch hole in it and drove a 1/4 inch piece in here as a pin. I got the hole drilled in the end of my tubing, about the center is about a 1/2 inch from the end, and then I'm just turning it like this for a little lube. Taking it slow and easy. Change my setup a little bit. Okay, the problem I was having was I could get this 90 degrees this way, but when I went around the other way, I was hitting here, so I couldn't get it completely turned around. So I brought it out front, so now I got to go 90 degrees that way and 90 degrees this way, or 180 degrees, and I can get all the way around now. This will be the last time. Now I got to do a little bit of filing, but there's the rounded end. You can see it better on this side. The bottom side needs cleaned up. The next step of the operation is I want to cut a little bit of a radius in here so that when that thing swivels on the bracket I'm going to make, it's got a little more room to swivel a little farther. And this is nothing on this is really precision work. I'm just going to cut in and then come over and go over up to both sides to just open it up some. Trying to cut it so the back of that hole I'm cutting right now is about even with the edge or a little bit farther in that 1/4 inch hole. I think I can live with that. Okay, I've got this clamped in my shaky vise, but something I wanted to show you. It's really not safe or comfortable to use a file without a handle on it. Not everyone can afford to go out and buy handles, and I have some handles, but some of them are too big for these little files. And years ago I found a bunch of files that belonged to my wife's grandpa, and he had done this, and I just did this for these. An old corn cob. Drill a hole in the end of it, just big enough for your file to fit in, tap it on there, and now you got a nice comfortable non-slip handle to keep from jabbing your hand with that point on the end of your file. Kind of probably a Depression era idea, but it works. And I just happen to have a bunch of these corn cobs from some Bloody Butcher corn I shelled last year. Still sitting around here in the shop. Here's a little rat tail file for this rounded area. Okay, I think that suits me for one end. Let me turn around to the other end. Be right back.